널 기다렸어.
You still advance.
Well, if he wins, it's an away win, so that'll put him at 3 away wins, which will tie him with Trust.
He can only win. He can only win if Trust and Gumiho both lose. Then we have a 3-way tie. He can only
Really?
He can only get out if Gumiho and Trust both lose. Actually, okay, if Trust loses and Gumiho wins, he has to beat Trust. But
if Trust and Gumiho both win, then SOS can't go on because they both have 6 wins, right?
yeah, okay, so
SOS
actually,
will only have 5 at the most.
I'm just trying to make sure I have this exactly correct. I think there's no way for there to be a tie. It's like physically impossible. If
Someone's going to have an advantage in away wins by the time we get there. Because
also if SOS beats Trust, then and Trust loses both games, or if Trust loses to Hurricane, he loses, like he's out.
if Gumiho wins, apparently there might be a tie between SOS and Trust. And they're both going to have 3 away wins and 5 and 5, so that makes a lot of sense.
That is assuming that Trust also loses to Hurricane.
Yeah, Trust would have to lose to Hurricane.
So okay, so there is a possible tie. It's pretty unlikely.
And
anyway.
Trust knows this, right? He knows he just needs to get a win, so that's why he's taken this small break. I mean, can't really see where he's at.
He just went to the
okay, he
bathroom.
went to the bathroom. Yeah, that makes more sense.
So, there's Shayla again. Oh!
Wolf
Thank
is
you.
really handsome. That's what that says in the middle.
Yeah.
As well as a nice little dank meme face over there on the left.
That's cool. I'm down with it. That's very kind of him to say that about me.
Yeah. He's probably talking about the beard.
SOS talking to his coach over here. Meanwhile, as what happened to that guy? He like just rolled through that camera shot. I didn't read
Not sure
that.
what that said. That was a interesting shot.
The cameraman like zooms in away from the sign. He's like, no. Let's focus on SOS here.
So get out of here.
Some more regular fans down here. And just to put this into perspective, the most likely circumstance, based on how this group has gone so far, and the fact that Hurricane is 1-6 currently, is that Trust will beat Hurricane and Gumiho will beat Hurricane, and the 3 of them will advance, and SOS will not advance from the group.
Yeah. So
that is the most
SOS
likely.
is kind of just waiting and hoping that Trust loses. And if Trust loses to Hurricane and Gumiho loses to Hurricane, then what do we do? Because they're both 5 and 5, Gumiho and Trust. And then if SOS wins,
Yeah, that's where we have the
it's going to be
tiebreaker.
a 3-way tie.
Yeah, that's where the tiebreaker
Okay.
is possible.
All right.
So I'm actually just going to write this down because it's so.
So Gumiho's match actually doesn't matter. Well, actually it does. No, if he wins, then he's out. This is getting like a little bit confusing here. So Gumiho has to win to make sure he gets out. If he loses, he's in a tiebreaker with the other 2, and there's no way he can get out because he doesn't have enough away wins. He only has 1 at this point. So he needs to win against Hurricane.
That's right.
Yeah, because if, let's say Trust beats Hurricane and he gets out, then it's only Gumiho or SOS that have a chance. But if Gumiho lost, then he'd be at 5 and 5, and if SOS won, then they'd be tied at 5 and 5, but SOS would have 3 away wins to 1. But if Gumiho lost and SOS lost, then Gumiho gets through because he's 5 and 5 and SOS is 4 and 6.
Yep.
So, okay, we got everything panned out in this little break. I'm glad we actually had that to do this. Very much understand the importance of every game.
This is a very, 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 very unlikely circumstance because Hurricane, who's 1-6, who has nothing to gain and nothing to lose, would have to defeat Trust, who defeated him already in set 12, and would then have to beat Gumiho, who also defeated him earlier today. And he's 1-6, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Very unlikely, but crazier things have happened before, and we have to consider every possibility.
Trust went out and got a little juicy. He's like, yeah, I need some juice for my next games. Should have gotten us some juicy. Where's the
you and me will
CJ
get some juicy
the
after
KT
this.
Coast, rather. Trust used to be on CJ now.
That's right.
Okay.
That's something I was thinking about earlier today. I was like, where's the CJ coach? And I'm like, oh, well, he's not on CJ anymore. All right, this guy could actually turn this group upside down if he can take his second win. The only player he's been able to defeat today is SOS. Beating Classic and Trust could turn this all around. Or, sorry, not being Classic. Just beating Trust and Gumiho could turn this all around.
Yeah. So he needs to be the evil guy that kills a bunch of dreams, essentially. He's not playing for much, so it's essentially like if he tries his hardest and takes a win over Trust, he's making it really hard for Trust. And same thing for Gumiho next time.
It could be the craziest away cheese of all time.
Let's see if he does it here in game number 27, Trust versus Hurricane. Here we are on King Sejong Station for the second and last time of the night. And up in the top left in the red, a Protoss player who needs just one win to advance. It is Trust.
And his opponent at the bottom right in blue is Hurricane. This is like a sort of a neutral. It's like, in a world where nothing can be gained, nothing can be lost, one man is 1 in 6. Can he destroy the dreams of 2 players and create the ultimate tiebreaker? Find out.
For him, I mean, he'd like to win, right? You don't want to go out of the group 1 and 8. He needs to play both of his games.
This guy doesn't even really play
decide.
in Pro League that often compared to his teammates, and
Well, he shows his face every once in a while.
but I mean, if other players are making the step up and you go like this, you drop out, you're not in GSL, it's like you're not playing a lot for the rest of this year.
I heard
I'd
a lot
say.
of disgust when you said this. That was pretty funny to me. You're like, if you play like this, well, then you're not playing in Pro League. You just get banned immediately.
This
But
is
yeah,
actually
he hasn't had the strongest day today. That's for sure.
there's a lot to be learned in these games. As in the previous game with Classic, the DT gambit that he made with the Observer is like pretty telling of where someone is in a group and what their mindset is. And we'll probably see a different type of build here from Hurricane that's somewhat gimmicky or chance-based. Not necessarily, but there's a high chance we will, and there's always a lot to learn from that. People will play differently when there's nothing to lose, and sometimes it can create outrageous situations where the defending player who has to play safe because everything is coming at him has to play harder than he would ever have to play if, you know, especially in the mirror matchup, because it's like, okay, anything could happen. He could do anything, so I have to prepare against anything. If I lose this, it could all go to tatters, and he has nothing to gain and nothing to lose, so it's just, you have to play so safe against a player like that.
He's already starting here with 2 Stalkers instead of 2 Adepts. We've been seeing 2 Adept into 2 Stalker pretty consistently from these players. And you see that Trust goes the standard 2 Adept into 2 Stalker, whereas Hurricane is going to try to get out 4 Stalkers. See what he can do. He's also sending out the Mothership Core pretty early.
Cancel on those Adepts. As the Stalker spots them. And he's going to have a lot of, I'd say, a firepower lead, if you will, with these double Stalkers. I wonder if Hurricane will go for a Stalker aggression after this Nexus, because he's already built them up. Trust going for a fast Mothership Core. Look at that. There's the Twilight Council. Skipped his Mothership Core for faster tech. And these Adepts will be warded away. They're on cooldown for their Shade for just a little bit longer. Okay, there they go. Gonna come up here. Gonna see everything. Gonna scout that Twilight Council. No way to stop this. But he needs to Shade out right away to try to stay alive.
Yeah, and he should be able to get out alive here.
Yeah, I think he'll even save both. Oh, he's gonna commit, but he doesn't target. Oh my god.
He doesn't get it. It survives.
Misplay there a little bit by Hurricane. Blink is started after they leave. And Trust has a Robo in his own Twilight Council at home. Probably going to start cranking out Immortals. One Observer first for safety. He doesn't know if it's DTs or not, obviously, but more likely with the Stalker opening will be the Blink opening.
This looks pretty obvious, you know. When you see this many Stalkers, just as you're saying, Trust is a very smart player. You should have the answer here.
I think he gets this time no matter what, right? Like,
he's making a Robotics Bay very fast and hidden.
Whoa.
This is not play, like, this is not solid standard safe play to win you games here, okay?
I don't like this, man. What is
I don't like
this?
it either.
What
I
is
don't know.
this even, like, what is this going to lead into? Is he going to try to do a Disruptor drop? I almost said Reaver drop because that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, it is. Disruptor drop on the way, and he made an Observer, right? Because it's Dark Shrine on the way for Hurricane.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he skipped it? Oh, no.
That dirty Protoss.
Because this is like how you die to DTs twice in a row in PvPs when you were 5-0 in the group. And you might find yourself 5-4 in just a second.
I suppose you could use the Disruptor to try to hit the DTs, but that doesn't seem very safe.
Oh, no, certainly not. You ever accidentally hit your probe line with the Disruptor? No, me neither. Never happened. I never did that.
Yeah. We're not. Yeah.
Listen, all of his robo time is being spent on these Disruptors. He's never going to have an Observer.
This is wonky, man.
Now, Hurricane, he's getting a Warp Prism. He doesn't have one yet, so he's going to fly that across the map. There's still time for Trust to react. And he may just go one Disruptor into Observer just to cover his bases here. That's a classic move. That's a hero move. That's a stats move. Let's see if he does it. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does take that safety because this is just it. Doing this blind, making another Disruptor would be so greedy.
So
my mind would be
crazy.
blown.
Because you scout the Twilight Council, right? So Blink is quite common, right? But the other thing that's common is the DTs. So you're going to have that, this is scouted.
Spotted.
But with the speed, he will be able to get away.
Don't forget, Hurricane has Blink.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to chase too far. Meanwhile, the DT shuttle is coming around the left side. The Observer is moving away.
Oh, no. Here we go again. Trust, you just died to DTs.
He's not making a second one. He's going into Disruptors again. 2 DTs in this, and there could be more. He could actually target down the Robo. Okay, here comes the Disruptor drop. Going to kill 2 sentries and 6 probes. This DT drop needs to do damage. Here we go.
It will.
The Observer hasn't turned around. He hasn't turned it around. And he can't cancel that Disruptor. It's too far along.
Here we go again. The Observer this time. Thankfully, it's a bit short of a map. It will get back, but he's going to lose and take so much damage here in the main.
Oh, my God. He warped in more. There's 4 DTs here. Even if he has an Observer, he's going to lose so many probes. Oh, stacking them up, trying to do what he can.
He's getting away. At least he's not losing that many probes.
Yeah, but he's losing so much flying time. And the Observer doesn't come out. It does not come out, Valdez. And that is going to be the end of this Robo. The Observer comes home, and the Robo is still going to go down. And he went for Disruptor tech. He lost 21 probes.
It's unbelievable. He doesn't get the same amount of damage across the map. He's trying to. He needs to get that damage, but he's not going to find it. And oh boy, this choice of tech here from Truss is going to get him behind in this current game, in a game that he is massively favored in.
I'm calling it right now. Stork did not talk to him about this. Sorry, not Stork. Hot Forever. I was looking at Hurricane and thinking of a Samsung coach. No coach is talking. I haven't seen Hot Forever today. I don't know if he's here. I guarantee you no coach in his right mind would say, against Hurricane is 1-6 to go for Disruptor drops on this map. Make no mistake, Trust is massively behind, and that's way too far forward on that Prism. Trust is, like, he's blowing his chances here. This is stressing me out. Okay,
look at this. I mean, he's got the blink. He could try to blink away, but he's already taken so much damage. He has to find damage, but he can't. He's already so far behind.
Hurricane is getting ready to go for the kill. He's got multiple Immortals, 5 more Gateways, even adding a few more Phoenixes to make sure he can lock any Disruptors away because he knows that the Robo is most likely rebuilt by now. And it is, in fact. But Truss isn't even making more Disruptors because he can barely afford it. He's trying to get Charge and a Forge out. I mean, he does have a 3rd base up, but Hurricane just has so much money with all these gates. He's mined so much more.
And Hurricane's not a guy like Curious to say, oh, I'm ahead. Let me get even further ahead. Let's play for this super late game because that's where I'm comfortable. He's going to try to go for a follow-up.
Oh, look at this. Observer spots this. 4 hit points. This is a dead Prism. He should drop the Disruptor at the last second, try to get one shot off. Probably be instantly lifted.
Yeah, that's what he's going to go for. And there you go. Insta-lift. That's so expensive.
So expensive. The Prism as well means no more damage can be done. No more threats.
It's an awkward spot because you need damage to come back. But if you save that Disruptor, maybe it gets a hit later on in some other fight.
And now with such desperation against Blink Stalkers and a better economy Protoss, you can't tie up time on your Robo to be building more Prisms. You have to keep making Immortals, which is exactly what he's doing right now. Charge is about to finish. That's one thing he will have going for him. And he's warping in a ton of Archons here with the extra gas.
You know what? I said Hurricane wasn't a guy to play for the late game, but I guess in this certain situation on this map, that third base is very hard to attack into. He doesn't want to throw it away. He's going to get a fourth base, make a bunch more Archons, prepare for the follow-up attack when he feels it is the right time.
All right, here we go. This is tense. This matters not for Hurricane. Nothing at all.
It's just pride. He doesn't want to go down 1-8. He wants to get some wins in here. He doesn't really care about Trust and his chances of getting in.
This is like, I am a pro gamer. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Prepare to meet your maker. Okay, he is here. I guarantee you he did not tell him to do this build, though. No way in hell did HOT Forever say, yeah, why don't you just try a Disruptor drop versus Hurricane.
Just go ahead.
You're better than me, beat him already.
And he went to the bathroom, and there was ample time. Maybe he was rushing to the bathroom, and, it's hard for us to know. Either way, this attack is closing in fast.
He's got a solid defense setup. No Disruptors here, just Gateway units and a few Archons. So much more here, though, for Hurricane. He's up nearly double the army supply. Huge warp-ins potentially here at that Prism, and down they come. So many Archons here. The blink forward.
TT's coming in, and I'm not sure if Trust even has an observer around here.
It just got sniped. He does not have an observer, and that will be game over. Trust is going to fall down 5-4. Hurricane keeping the tiebreaker dream alive.
Oh, man. Trust has got to be feeling it. GG. Hurricane takes a win again, and Trust, he's one game away from having to go into a potential tiebreaker here with SOS. Oh, man. He is looking really grim in that booth. He's writing it down. He's like, I messed up in that game. Oops. Writing in his diary, his pro gamer diary. I hope he takes notes on that game, because that is not the safe, standard, solid build you want to do against someone who is 1-6 in a group.
So as I said earlier, set 30 is not required. Classic versus Curious. Classic's already advanced. Curious is already defeated. So we are going to take a short break before we go into our potentially final sets, 28 and 29, to see if we have a tiebreaker or not. Tell your friends about this, because this is crazy. This will probably not happen ever again in any of the other groups. Yeah, we're not closing just right there, but I'm saying put it out there.
I thought we were, but apparently we're not. Are we even taking a break? Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. What?
No break.
Okay, no break.
Yeah, no break.
Because this could just. Well, actually, no, it can't end in the second game. We need both games.
Yeah, we need to do both games, and we might even have